Hey guys, this is Chaos Chrono, back with another episode. We're here with deck number 2 of our Coda display. So let's bring that down over here. This is the last display I'll be opening, so here's hoping for something good. With that, let's see what we got. We have a white Archon deck with Untamed Brobnar and Dis. Eyebolt, Spawn of Galvafect. Let's get this open and see what we got. Alright, starting with Untamed, we have Hunting Witch, 2-power creature. Each time you play another creature, gain 1 amber. Always a great card to see in Untamed. 2 Hunting Witches, off to a great start. Lupo the Scarred, 6-power creature with Skirmish. When you play him, deal 2 damage to an enemy creature. Ancient Bear, 5-power creature with Assault 2. Just 1. Nepenthe Seed, as an artifact with Omni, sacrifice Nepenthe Seed, return a card from your discard pile to your hand. Great card for recursion. Speaking of, Regrowth, Amber whenever you play it. It's an action, return a creature from your discard pile to your hand. Nocturnal Maneuver, Amber whenever you play it. Exhaust up to 3 creatures. 2 Nocturnal Maneuvers. Lost in the Woods, Amber whenever you play it. Choose 2 friendly creatures and 2 enemy creatures. Shuffle each chosen creature into its owner's deck. Grasping Vines, Amber whenever you play it. Return up to 3 artifacts to their owner's hands. Full Moon, for the remainder of the turn, gain 1 amber each time you play a creature. Fogbank, Amber whenever you play it. Your opponent cannot use creatures to fight on their next turn. I think that's the last one, yep. It's a pretty solid Untamed set. A lot of actions though. Moving on to Dis, we have a Terror, 5-power creature. Play. If your opponent has no amber, gain 2 amber. It's a great first turn play. Tentacus, 5-power creature. Your opponent must pay you 1 amber in order to use an artifact. Good artifact control. 2 Tentacus. Snudge, 4-power creature. Fight Reap. Return an artifact or flank creature to its owner's hand. Dust Imp, 2-power creature. Destroyed, gain 2 amber. Charette, 4-power creature. Capture 3 amber. Life Ward, Amber whenever you play it, it's an artifact. Omni, sacrifice Life Ward. Your opponent cannot play creatures on their next turn. Dominator Bauble, artifact. Action, use a friendly creature. Mind Barb, Amber whenever you play it. Your opponent discards a random card from their hand. Keyhammer, Amber whenever you play it. If your opponent forged a key on their previous turn, unforge it. Your opponent gains a 6 amber. Unfortunate card here because unlike the newer versions of it, like Break Key, that 6 amber is always guaranteed, so be careful when you play it. Gungoozle, Amber whenever you play it, deal 3 damage to a creature. If it's not destroyed, its owner discards a random card from their hand. Control the Weak, Amber whenever you play it. Choose a house on your opponent's identity card. Your opponent must choose that house as their active house on their next turn. Not bad for Dis. Moving on to Brobnar, we have War Drummer, 3-power creature. When you play him, return each other friendly Brobnar creature to your hand. See if they have good play effects. Troll, 8-power creature. Reap, Troll heals 3 damage. Probably one of the best 8-power creatures in the game. Smash, 5-power creature. Play, stun a creature. Pingle Who Annoys, 2-power creature with elusive. Deal 1 damage to each enemy creature after it enters play. Hebe the Huge, 6-power creature. Play, deal 2 damage to each other undamaged creature. That's gonna unfortunately kill our Hunting Witches, so I'm not gonna want to play that. Headhunter, 5-power creature. Fight, gain 1 amber. Gain your chieftain, 5 power creature, play. You may ready and fight with a neighboring creature. Valder, 6 power creature. Valder deals +2 damage while attacking an enemy creature on the flank. Unguarded Camp. Amber when you play it. For each creature you have in excess of your opponent, a friendly creature captures 1 amber. Each creature cannot capture more than 1 amber this way. Tremor. Play. Stun a creature and each of its neighbors. Burn the stockpile. If your opponent has 7 or more amber, they lose 4 amber. And Blood Money. Play. Place 2 amber from the common supply on an enemy creature. That is the last card of the deck. So let's get this organized and see what we got here. Alright, starting with Amber Generation, we have 12 pips of amber in the deck. Unfortunately, one of those is on the Keyhammer, which may not be playable. And in the second row, we see cards with potential Amber Generation for them, so the Full Moon and both Hunting Witches work the same way. We can estimate about 1 amber for each of them. The Dust Imp for sure, when destroyed, will give us 2 amber. The 2 Tentacus possibly can generate for us, and the Terror again is conditional. So those three cards I don't think I'll count for Amber Generation at this point. Blood Money for sure will get us 2, and Headhunter again, it may or may not happen. So to be conservative, starting with the base at about, let's just count the 12 amber altogether. I'll estimate the Amber Generation at about 20. Alright, looking at Amber Control, this is one of the weakest portions of this deck. We have a Charette, Burn the Stockpile, and Unguarded Camp for Amber Control. Both the Brobnar Amber Controls are situational. Either they need to be at 7 or higher, or you need to have your board, and you have to outnumber your opponent's board. In the second row, we do have a couple of cards that could potentially act in a way of Amber Control, but primarily it's a delay. So Control the Weak and Keyhammer work as delays, either getting rid of a key or controlling what they can do so they won't be able to generate. In the Tentacus, again, they would then need to be willing to pay you, so the onus is on your opponent, not on your side, to take away amber. So all in all, I'll rate this Amber Control about a 3, just 1 for each card. With Artifact Control, we only have 4 cards. We have Grasping Vines and Untamed, the 2 Tentacus, and Snudge and Dis. All of them are a weaker form of control. Grasping Vines bounces back to the owner's hand, Snudge does the same thing, and then the Tentacus is preventing use through the payment of amber, but it's not a complete stop. So I'd rate this Artifact Control at a total of 1.5, a quarter of a point for each Tentacus, and half a point for both Snudge and Grasping Vines. Creature Control is where this deck is probably the strongest. We have Lost in the Woods, Lupo and Untamed, Gungoozle and Snudge and Dis, Hebe the Huge and Pinglehua Noise in Brobnar to do direct damage or to remove creatures. We have Exhaustion with Nocturnal Maneuver for Untamed, 2 copies of that to exhaust your opponent's creatures. And you have some stun in Brobnar between Smash and Tremor. There's a couple of other cards here that kind of support Fog Bank to kind of keep your board alive, Life Ward to prevent your opponent from playing creatures, and Control the Weak, again, a form of control. And of course we have a bunch of big creatures below, so in total I'll rate this board control at about a 10. Alright, for speed, it's also pretty limited. We have Regrowth and Nepenthe Seed, Dominator Bauble, and War Drummer that kind of all work in a way to speed up your deck. You use more things to recur things, but some more than others. So overall speed, I'll be looking at about a 3. And then Disruption is pretty high. There's several cards, I mean most of them kind of classify under other categories, but they do offer some disruption. So we have in Untamed, the Grasping Vines, Fog Bank, 2 Nocturnal Maneuvers. In Dis we have Mind Barb, Gungoozle, Control the Weak, Life Ward, Keyhammer, and Snudge. And in Brobnar we have the Smash, Tremor, and Pinglehua Noise. So they all kind of act in some way to disrupt your opponent's plans, delay, and things like that. So while they count towards other categories mentioned earlier, they kind of work for this as well. And just wanted to mention it. Overall, it has no impact on speed, but it's a fun aspect of this deck that I think you would enjoy. So all in all, with the rating I gave so far, unfortunately the speed is not really there, and there is no key cheat per se. There is a ton of Ember generation that's possible. The creature count is average, I believe. I didn't do a full count, but it felt like a pretty average number. But within Untamed, it'll be a little lower, but having the double Hunting Witch is pretty nice. It's usually a solid part of any deck, so I would probably rate this deck at a 69. Easily this could jump into the 70 range based off its strengths, but the lack of control is pretty debilitating. Well, that wraps up this episode. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed everything. If you did, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel to help support it. If you have any comments, suggestions, critiques, please let me know in the comment section below. And as always, be kind and happy forging.